Hey, so it's been a few days since I've been recording because my phone, I don't know if it was the dampness or something, but the camera just stopped working. And I just checked this morning, it's working now. So I'm about 6 ceremonies in now, but I did stop drinking ayahuasca after the fifth ceremony. So on the sixth and seventh, I'm just going to be attending the ceremony itself without drinking. And there's a reason for that. Last time I spoke, it was just after the second ceremony, and I told you I really felt the power of the ayahuasca. Well, after the third ceremony, uh, that was really, really rough for me. I thought I learned so much and everything was very positive in the second ceremony, but in the third one, I got brought to the depths of my fears. And I don't say that lightly. I know I'm just saying that, but truly, this is what happened. And I was really shaken afterwards. I knew that before coming here, ayahuasca would actually do that. This is one of the things that people come here for, is to face their fears. And, I thought I was a fearless person, but apparently not. So after the third session, third ceremony, I was very shaken. I woke up in the ceremony very dizzy. It took me a long time to get back to my house. And while I was here, I definitely purged. So I vomited even here, and I just felt so sick. And then the next day, I had this cloud hanging over me based on what happened. Um, and I was really dreading the next ceremony, uh, to the point where I broke down and actually cried for about half an hour. um, and after this cry, I just felt a lot better and a lot more ready for the next ceremony. And then in the fourth ceremony, everything started to make sense. I still saw the same visions that I saw in the third one, but they just started getting clearer, and I could hear ayahuasca telling me that even if all these things come to pass, everything will be okay, and that I still have a lot of life to live and a lot of things to look forward to. So, ceremony 3 and 4 definitely the most powerful, and that's something to say because the first and second ceremony were out of this world. So the third and fourth one was definitely the learning experience of this whole thing. So just give you a little bit of insight as to what I saw in the third ceremony. It started off well. I got good messages about how I should be more confident, that I should be a leader in whatever I do. But then I started seeing apocalyptic, end of world type of visions, and just this overall feeling of apprehension and annihilation, destruction. And that's something I've never seen before. And obviously, that was deep in my psyche. And that came to the forefront and just scared the shit out of me. Um, but yeah, I just decided I'm going to surrender myself to this whole experience, to the ayahuasca. I cried a bit, or I cried quite a bit before the fourth ceremony. But as I said, the clarity came in the fourth ceremony where even though I saw these things, I could look at it from a different angle and see that these were unwarranted fears and that I really had nothing to be scared of. And I really got that clarity. So I just felt like a new man after that fourth ceremony. So yeah, hopefully my camera works a bit more. I'm gonna try to take some more video of this place. Um, yeah, and I'll share some more details of what happened. But yeah, I'm good. Definitely on the home stretch now. There's only one more ceremony tomorrow, and I'll be heading back to civilization, city life, which I'm definitely missing. But I'm just gonna make the most of my time here in nature and in the jungle. So I wanted to show you one of my favorite views when I'm just chilling in my hammock. So you can see me facing this way, and I could just stare out here forever. I'm just staring straight into the sky with the jungle lush. And it's pretty awesome because the weather changes here so quickly, and the jungle really is its own ecosystem, which is amazing. The owner was telling me that whenever it rains here, 80% of that is from the jungle itself. So it's sort of like a self-sustaining ecosystem. Awesome. So what I'm showing you here is the walkway down to the main entrance. So this is the same way that I came up when I was entering the retreat, and now I'm just showing you what it looks like going back down to the dock and towards the water. So this is the entrance to Refugio Altiplano, and I'm just going to turn you all the way this way, and you can see the sign right there. I can tell you that on the tail end of this retreat, definitely feeling a lot different from when I first saw that sign walking up here. See, yeah, butterflies are everywhere here. It's pretty awesome. It's kind of funny how you get used to the life, but it's definitely not something that you see very often in the city. So rather than flipping it back over to me, I'm just gonna maybe describe a little bit more of what my experience was like while we look into the river. So in the third ceremony, that was definitely the most difficult ceremony for me. I just felt like I was being shown so many dark, dark things about humanity and where this world is going. And I think all of you can relate to that with what you hear in the news and everything else. And it was just very emotional. I just pretty much took that on, and I was left in a daze after the ceremony. Felt like there was a cloud hanging over me. I said this earlier, that I actually broke down in tears just before the fourth ceremony. But what I can tell you for sure happened is that during the fourth ceremony, it's almost like, you know, there's this overwhelming feeling of security and that everything was going to be okay. And it's weird for me to say, but you know, it's the thing I'm going to leave here with is definitely the fearlessness. You know, I'm just so ready to go back out there. You know, I'm here as a visitor in the jungle. It's taught me a lot, and I feel like I can bring that back with me into the city life, which is my home. I'll just cherish this place forever. So I'm just coming along on their boat. This is how they get around in the, I'm not going to call them islands, but just the different villages around here that they visit by boat. A lot of motorboats there. So the crazy thing about this whole ayahuasca thing is that it is really hard to put into words, and it's still working through me even though I've stopped drinking it already. But one of the realizations that I had is that the ego really is an illusion, and it keeps you from truly living, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it kind of keeps you from connecting to God. Don't ask me what that means. But yeah, I just have this feeling of living more genuinely and effortlessly. You know, I just feel like my movements, my thoughts, or everything are just coming to me, and I'm hoping I can take that with me into the city, where, you know, logic is king, and all of that, and conventional thinking and skepticism is the way of the world. Yeah, I guess that's about it. That's all I want to say.